Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tatvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda, I offer my humble obeisance, my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And I welcome each and every one of you who is joining us right now across the world, who is tuning in across all of the different languages, platforms, across all different people from different nations, and as well, every one of you who are joining us from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And as well, all of the celebrated Kailashians and Kailashians in the Devalayas, Annalayas, the Goshalas, Gurukuls, the de facto spiritual embassies across the world. Every single one of you, I welcome you warmly now for this most auspicious time, the Bhagavan Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan. As the universe is aligning exactly to the time of Pradosham, we are now entering into a sacred process to have the darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Today, we will be understanding who is Bhagavan Lingodbhava, the happening of Lingodbhava, what does Bhagavan Lingodbhava signify, and the powerful cognitions to empower yourself, the Diksha and Darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And today, exactly how will you achieve this? By just listening, internalizing, by manifesting the powerful cognitions, and through the darshan and the diksha of the most primordial happening of existence, the whole Lingodbhava, the shaft of light. Let's now understand who is Bhagavan Lingodbhava. In just a few short hours, we're going to be having the darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Lingodbhava is the incarnation of Paramashiva, as the light shaft that happened to liberate Brahma and Vishnu. Mahadeva, Bhagavan Paramashiva appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahma and gave darshan to both of them and removed their ego, blessed both of them and revealed the ultimate truth. Bhagavan Mahavishnu and Bhagavan Brahma experienced Paramashiva in the formless form, the cosmic consciousness, as a light beam, the pure consciousness. As you're seeing here, this is the Arunachala hill, located in Tiruvannamalai, South India, in Tamil Nadu. And this is the exact place where the Lingodbhava happened, and that shaft of life pierced the earth. And this great manifestation of Paramashiva touched earth and continues to literally radiate the energy of Paramashiva until today. Now, what is Samadhi? Samadhi means one with the source, and Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. The aspect that you choose through that Bhava, being one with the source or Samadhi, is called Bhava Samadhi. And knowing this aspect or the Bhava is ultimate, and being in oneness with that is Bhava Samadhi. Now, divine cosmic beings are real. This is the fundamental points that we have to understand and imbibe as we are breaking down the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. They manifest from KAILASA, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara, which are the deities, and through the Bhava Samadhi Darshans of the Nijavataras. Now, what exactly will Bhava Samadhi do for you, and what is the benefit? The Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy inside of every human being. An awakening of the Kundalini Shakti is an extraordinary process that can start many powers manifesting inside of you, including having remote vision, the visibility, without the biological eyes, being able to see, the ability to scan one's body, teleportation, materialization, and even levitation. And not only this, many people have seen that it also has tangible benefits for your health, including visibly slowing down the aging process and as well improving immunity to disease. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain literally comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. And Swamiji has done numerous scientific experiments conducted on disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as well as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, in order to back up and legitimize this science. Now, the Bhava Samadhi Darshan allows one to experience the formless in a way that we can deeply understand and relate with. Having darshan, or even having a glimpse, just brings lifetimes of transformation, and it cleanses lifetimes of karmas and raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your being. So today, you'll be able to experience the Bhava Samadhi Darshan to discover the extraordinary possibilities and quantum jump from man to superhuman. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, a physiological phenomenon occurs inside of our brain, something that has to do with mirror neurons. Now, if you don't know, mirror neurons activate and process all of the observed movements or information of the avatar just by the process of seeing. Just with direct observation, our whole body is silently, without any kind of movement on our side, receiving what is happening distances thousands and thousands of miles away, and actually experiencing, actually mirroring that superconscious energy radiated by the avatar inside of us. Now, before we enter into the exciting segments that we have planned for you today, and then we are able to have the darshan of Lingodbhava at the divine time of Pradosham, let us first be introduced to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, is the His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is the incarnation of Paramashiva, happened in the year 1978 in Tiruvannamalai. And today the reviver of KAILASA, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was recognized from the very birth itself by esteemed enlightened gurus, the most powerful spiritual, influential beings in the 21st century. And today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the temple-based enlightenment ecosystem in universities all over the world. And among all of his contributions, the most foremost is the revival of the indigenous kingdoms, which are endangered ancient heritages that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived practically from being disappearing entirely. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi KAILASA Sarvagnapitam, the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajya, the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailashonata Shamalapita Sarvagnapitam, and the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order. Today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam as a Dharma Mukti Svargapuram Adinam and elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 leaders. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also elected as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of several other ancient enlightenment ecosystems or adhinams and ancient kingdoms, including the Vedaranyam Adinam, the Tiruvarur Adinam, the Tanjavur Adinam, the Adipita Koladha Mutt, and the Panchanadikalam Adinam. And as well, today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, the author of 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, translated into 50 languages with over 10,000 titles, and over 20 million copies of the books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and over 10,000 hours of discourses, and reached over 1 billion people, and respected as a commentator of the sacred scriptures, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, and the Jain Sutras. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, the reviver of 108 sampradayas, the Hindu sampradayas, the establisher of the largest Hindu university, KAILASA Nithyananda Hindu University, and the establisher of over 1,000 KAILASA enlightenment ecosystems, and over 100 Sarvagna Pitas. Today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. So now, that brings us to a conclusion of this introduction to today's program, as we are getting ready for the Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan. We'll now be taking a short break, and we'll be right back with you, and in order to start the demonstration of extraordinary Shaktis.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Satchidanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gahana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanam, as part of today's Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan, we welcome all of you to the Manifesting the Extraordinary Shaktis, the Power Manifestation segment, manifesting the powers and Shaktis of Paramashiva. The Balasans, Nithyananda Yogis, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, will now be demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all the experience and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers which is awakened in us through Diksha, which is initiation. In today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will be manifesting the following powers, which is the third eye, seeing with your eyes blindfolded. Third eye is a cosmic browsing center which is located between your brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you do with your two eyes. So what are Shaktis? In the Vedagamas, which are the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. Shaktis are described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine, you need to manifest divine, and not you are man, you need to reach divine. Now let us learn what are the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. The Shaktis expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. The Shaktis are the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment. Siddhis are on the path of enlightenment. The Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar. The Shaktis are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent. Siddhis may divert you from the space of enlightenment. Paramashiva is a primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, the five cosmic acts of Shristi, which is creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Bhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is an 1008th living incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of KAILASA, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced science. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers, Shaktis, was lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at record-breaking pace never accomplished before. The knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed on from one generation to the next through Diksha, initiation by the enlightened Gurus. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiation and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra and Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham and Paramashivoham. So, how to awaken the divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, which is a jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. Now, let us watch the short video of what is Diksha, initiation getting transmitted from the avatar to the disciple.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarva samapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena guruna dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Birdi, Bengaluru. Contact 97422 03311
The science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidence, which shall call pramana. The Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. Apta Pramana, which are the experience and results of Aptas, are authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified the science. Atma Pramana, which are the account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Praktiksha Pramana, which are called the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Vedas are the ultimate superior authorities for Hindus. Vedas are the pure science, the ultimate truths are explained. Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. Vedas and Agamas, which are called the Vedagamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva himself. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. A reference cited from the Shastra source scriptures is called Shastra Pramana. Now, let us witness the life's unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. We have the Shastra Pramana, which is the manifestation of powers of third eye. The scriptural reference goes by Kapalantarmano nyasya tishtanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dadyad lakshayed lakshamuttamam. The translation goes, by fixing the mind on inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by the stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. Apta Pramana, in the Hindu Purana, Bhagavan Krishna initiated Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. The 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. Atma Pramana, which is Swamiji's own words, the first experience that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degrees, 10 directions, below me, everything I realized not only was able to see, I was able to
The
feel,
whole
experience
360 degree,
all of that as
10
me. Pratyaksha pramana, which are called the study measures and comparative metabolic cell activity of the brain in conscious and meditative states. When you are doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. When you are in the deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the brain is rest at peace. Sakshi Pramana, which is this rare sacred science of third eye awakening, is being made available to the humanity for the ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhava Nithyananda Paramashivam. Swamiji embodies the most profound yogic state that surpasses all bounds of time, space, and matter. Swamiji is gifting this pure great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences through initiation, Diksha. Billions of people have been initiated by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday life. Let us now witness the live Sakshi Pramana, which is a demonstration of the power of third eye with the Balasans and Nithyananda yogis. Now we'll be entering to the live Sakshi Pramana, which is a demonstration of the power of third eye, manifesting the state, space, powers of Paramashiva. Let us all connect ourselves in the space of oneness with Swamiji, our beloved Guru, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, having the simple cognition Paramashiva is real. And let us take a few moments by chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, requesting his physical presence to appear in all of us in this power manifestation demonstration. Let us all take a few moments. Now chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Intelligence is not something to attain. Every single being is endowed with intelligence. Every one of us has intelligence. It is an inherent, inborn quality of life, just as fire is hot and ice is cold. Patanjali explains, when you were a tortoise, all of your past life memories of all the births that you took before that birth as a tortoise were stored in the tortoise body. When you become a higher level animal, all the memories of the past lives before that life were stored in that animal body. As you gradually evolve to the level of human beings, memories from all your past lives are stored within you. If you know that a technique, you can actually tap into any of those memories at any time. So, now as we manifested the powers of third eye, the live Sakshi Pramana witnessing the demonstration and the powers of Paramashiva, manifesting Swamiji himself in all of our beings. This is just a glimpse of this power manifestation demonstration. By the end of today's Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan, we will be having the same guided power manifestation system of Paramashiva himself. Stay tuned for the next session after the short break. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nanda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all the viewers. Now, let us enter into the next segment. I hope that each and every one of you was able to witness the demonstration of extraordinary powers. Now, let us understand more and more about Bhagavan Lingodbhava. And first, let us have a glimpse of what it is like in the world today versus what solutions Hinduism has brought forward and Kailasa has revived with the blessings and the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In the world today, COVID-19 has taken mental health to a dark place. And many articles, many people are saying that the healing work only starts now. The whole world is going through a phase of extreme suffering, especially in mental health. And Sri KAILASA United Nations for Consciousness Studies and Practices has, for the past 27 years, been working towards enlightening adults with the greater science of Hinduism. And today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made and established over 10,000 de facto spiritual embassies aimed at bringing spiritual healing and empowerment and enlightenment for the benefit of humankind. And not only that, as of mid-April of 2020, 191 countries had shut down all their primary and secondary schools, affecting almost 1.6 billion children. And in the solution that Kailasa has offered for this is the Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest Hindu university as per the number of faculties, number of students, courses, and even with 20 million plus enrollments, 7,000 plus courses, and extended campuses in 150 countries. Kailasa's initiative has been offering a non-stop 16-day online program since the 20th of March 2020, completely free of cost to help humanity handle the pandemic with powerfulness. And as well today, especially with COVID-19, we've seen a surge in the suicide rate that people are experiencing. And you can see here in the graph how much prominent the deaths due to suicide as well as loneliness that people are as well that people are undergoing. And now, having taken responsibility to spiritually heal the world, KAILASA's Department of Religion and Worship, in collaboration with Department of Human Services, has been offering the Maheshwara Puja twice a month for the departed souls who passed away due to the COVID pandemic, natural calamities, or unnatural calamities and devastations from the year 2020 until today. And through the Maheshwara Puja, the departed souls are offered completion, liberation through sacred rituals offered at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this is one of the most powerful ways in order for you, a soul that has committed suicide, to have healing and be able to move forward in their journey, in their lives. Now, we've had a glimpse of what is the contrast between the world today and the spiritual solutions of KAILASA. Now, let us understand a little bit more about the happening of Lingodbhava from the Arunachala Purana. The Arunachala Purana is one of the oldest scriptures and oldest historical records of the entire Hindu history. And beautifully in the Arunachala Purana, it describes how Brahma is the creator, he's a creation principle. He was created and manifested from the creation principle of Paramashiva. And Paramashiva's 5 heads, from one head, the creation principle manifests as Brahma, and from Brahma creation happens. Same way Vishnu manifested for maintenance. Vishnu and Brahma are attention-drawing, colorful action. They delude themselves that both are ultimate between them, and they started fighting about who is greater, who is a greater God. And Brahma represents knowledge and Vishnu represents wealth. Knowledge is required for creation and wealth is required for maintenance. Paramashiva manifested as the Deepa Stambha, the Jyoti Stambha, to Brahma and Vishnu, liberating them from the delusion as to who is more powerful or important amongst them. There was a big chaos and stagnancy in the cosmos. And Paramashiva, of course, had to intervene. Paramashiva appears as a light shaft and tells them, whoever finds my head or feet first is the most powerful person. Immediately, Brahma takes the form of a swan and flies upward, saying, I will go and find your head. And Vishnu takes the form of Varaha, a pig, and says, I will go and find your feet. But both are not able to find either the feet or the head. Vishnu accepts that he is not able to find, but Brahma, not only he was not able to find it, he was not able to accept it. His ego would not allow him to accept it. So they both start feeling that they are ultimate, and the next delusion is that they are both fighting. Excuse me. As to who is more powerful. Naturally, Paramashiva has to liberate them from their delusion. Neither creation nor sustenance is ultimate. Ultimate is liberation. Paramashiva pulls them both out of delusion and liberates them. The moment Paramashiva appears as Jyotirlinga, he tells Brahma and Vishnu, and whoever finds my feet will be declared as supreme. And Brahma becomes a swan, flies towards the head, and swan always lives in a lotus. Swamiji says that he should have gone to find the lotus feet. And at that time, Vishnu also took the form of a pig and started to go down towards Paramashiva's feet. But both could not find two ends. Vishnu goes on digging, and even then he reaches only up until the calf muscle of the Paramashiva. To mark where he had ended, he ties a bell on Paramashiva's calf muscle. And that is why Shiva deities, there will be a bell on Shiva's calf muscle. Brahma takes the form of swan and flies. His age is almost over. He then finds that he cannot find the head. He then sees a flower falling, and he asks the flower, "Where are you coming from?" The flower says, "From Shiva's ears." And he asks, "Since when are you falling?" The flower then says, "For Brahma's age I've been falling." And knowledge always has ego. It cannot accept defeat. Brahma, who represents knowledge, asks the flower, "Can you support me by saying that I brought you from the head of Paramashiva? I'll give you lots of boots." The flower got a little tempted. And Brahma goes to Paramashiva and says and lies, saying, "I found your head, and this is the witness." The moment Paramashiva stares both of them, both the flower and withers away, and the swan's feathers burn away. And Brahma gets the curse that he will never be worshipped anymore, and the flower gets the curse that it will never be used in Shiva Puja. Then Brahma does tapas and asks for forgiveness. Paramashiva is eternal compassion. He says, "You will be there in all my temples, north facing, where my sacred bath water will come through the homework, and from that water you can do the creation." The flower was given the Shapa Vimochana, that once a year for Shivaratri day, the flower will be used for Shiva Puja, but not at any other time. Even now in Tiruvannamalai, the Lingodbhava will be worshipped with Tarampu only on Shivaratri day. You need to understand, both Vishnu and Brahma requested Shiva to retain his form as that shaft of light to bless the whole universe. At their request, Shiva in the divine form and the divine light became Arunachala, the glowing mountain in Tiruvannamalai. True to his promise, Paramashiva retained his form as Arunachala mountain, assumed the form of the Shivalinga called Arunachaleshwara at the temple in Tiruvannamalai, and is incarnating continuously, keeping the unbroken lineage of enlightened beings alive. Now, there's no better to hear about the Arunachala Purana, the happening of Lingodbhava from Bhagavan himself, from the Shivaratri message in 2008. Let's now watch that video. I'd like to take a few minutes just to invite each and every one of you also to like, subscribe, and share this program. And now we'll be watching this video.
व्याप्तं येन चराचरम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. This is a beautiful moment. The auspicious Lingodbhava time, the time Mahadeva, Shiva, appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahma, gave darshan to both of them and removed their ego, blessed both of them and gave them the ultimate truth. This is the same moment, same time, the Ardha Jama. This is the same time Vishnu and Brahma experienced Mahadeva in the formless form, the cosmic consciousness. As a light beam, the pure consciousness. We need to understand the story a little deeply. Brahma is the representation of intellect, Saraswati's husband. Vishnu is the representation of money, Lakshmi's husband. Through this story, Brahma and Vishnu is not able to find Mahadeva, Shiva. An important truth is revealed. Money and intellect cannot find enlightenment. But many times, the money and intellect starts fighting between them. Who is great? From time immemorial, intellectuals and politicians were fighting. From time immemorial, people with wealth and people with intellect are constantly fighting. That fight is only represented through the story. That fight is only presented through the story. The Brahma and Vishnu started fighting. Who is big guy? Who is a great guy? Whether intellect or money. The problem is both of them don't understand an important fact. Both of them can't lead you to the ultimate truth or the ultimate happiness. If you know the story of Brahma and Vishnu seeking the Shiva's feet and the head, you will understand what I am saying. It's a beautiful story with a tremendous metaphysical meaning in it. The great intelligence We need to understand this story little deeply. Only then the true meaning of the story will be revealed to our being. The true meaning of the story will be understood. The story says Brahma and Vishnu were fighting with each other, trying to find who is big guy. Then suddenly Shiva appeared. Shiva said, any one of you try to find my feet or head. Whoever finds my feet or head will be declared as the greatest person. And Brahma tries to find the head. Vishnu tries to find the feet. Unfortunately, not only they were not able to find, they realized nobody can find. Vishnu, the moment he realized, he surrendered, and Shiva blessed him. Just because Vishnu surrendered, Shiva blessed him with enlightenment and the truth. Brahma, even though he was not able to find, does not want to surrender, doesn't want to agree that he can't find. So he tries to find some false witness, a flower which was in the Shiva's head. He tried to bring that flower as a witness. The flower was falling from Shiva's head for ages. And Brahma tried to catch that flower and made that flower as a duplicate witness, false witness. But Shiva knows the truth and he curses not only Brahma, the flower too. And finally realizes the moment Brahma surrendered, Shiva reveals the truth to him also. Very beautiful story. The deep significance. As I was telling, Brahma represents intellect. Vishnu represents money. Both of them constantly fight. Who is a big guy? Intellect and money. When they are fighting, suddenly the truth stands in front of them. The life. Continuously, the intellect and money is fighting. Our ordinary life is nothing but the fight between intellect and money. Suddenly truth stands in front of us and tells the money and intellect, try to find my head or feet. Neither money nor intellect can find the beginning or end of life. Beginning or end of life cannot be controlled by intellect or money. Not only it cannot be controlled, it can't be altered, changed. When you can't do anything with your beginning and end, then you can't do anything in between also. Life is life. But neither the intellect nor the money is ready to surrender. Intellect tries to find the head. Brahma goes in the form of swan to find the head. Vishnu goes in the form of pig to find the feet. Both of them are trying their best. Vishnu goes. For ages he is digging. Finally he realizes the truth. He won't be successful. At one point, he just wants to mark the spot to which extent he travelled. He ties a bell. Still in all Shiva's murtis, Shiva's idols, you will see a bell near the calf. Near the calf muscle, you will see a bell that is tied by Vishnu. Vishnu was able to travel only to that distance. Whether in Nataraja or Dakshinamurti, in all Shiva Murtis, you will see that bell. Vishnu tried, he understood, he realized he can't see, he can't achieve, he can't get the truth. One important thing, truth is revealed in this. When you run behind the money to achieve the eternal happiness, Nithyananda, at one point you will realize the money can't give you that. That is what is meant by this line, by this story. Vishnu realizes he can't achieve, he can't find, he surrenders. If you travel, if you try to find through money, you will realize at one point it can't be achieved, you will surrender. The moment Vishnu surrendered, Shiva revealed the truth and gave him the ultimate experience. But Brahma, intellect, cannot surrender. That is the biggest problem. If you travel in the path of intellect and try to find the truth, not only you won't find, the big difficulty will be you will not be even having that humbleness to accept that you will not find or you have not found. You will not have that humbleness. You will not be able to surrender. You will not be able to relax. You will not be able to say that you have not found. Not only you won't be able to say you have not found, you will try to bring all false witnesses. Brahma, not only he was not able to find, he can't accept that he did not find. So he brings false witness, the flower which was near the head of Shiva and which was falling for ages. He actually caught the flower and asked, the Brahma asked that flower, "You are from where?" The flower says, "I am from the hair of Mahadeva, Shiva." Brahma asked, "How long you are traveling?" The flower said, "For 4 Brahma's age I am traveling. Still I have not reached even Mahadeva's face." Brahma understands. He has only one age, means one kalpa. This flower is traveling for 4 kalpas. He understands he can't find, but he can't surrender. He catches that flower and says, "Why don't you come back and tell Shiva that I saw his head and I brought you from his head?" Flower says, "I don't have a problem. After all, I am going down. I can do a small favor for you." Understand, if you try to do something wrong, even for doing good to others, you are in trouble. Even for doing good to others, if you try to do anything adharmic, anything which is not right, you are in trouble. This flower thought, after all, Brahma is asking me a small favor. Why can't I do? He said, "Okay." And Brahma comes down and says, "I found your head and this is the witness." Shiva knows where he kept the flower. That is the biggest problem. Again and again this intellect thinks it can hide from enlightened being. It can do whatever it wants and it can escape. It can get away with it. Understand? Enlightened being is a person who played with his intellect. So you can't play with him with your intellect. But we always miss the game, thinking that we can play with him with our intellect. He played with his intellect itself. And how can he be caught by your intellect? No. You are playing with intellect, he played with the intellect itself. Brahma tried to play with his intellect to Mahadeva. Mahadeva straight away knows the truth. And he just says only one thing. Because you tried to play with your intellect, let you not be worshipped in the planet Earth. You are not worthy of worship. And he says to that flower, just because you told a lie, you have been a false witness, you will not be used anymore for my worship. And the moment both of them realized their mistake, the flower and the Brahma both fell at the feet of Shiva and cried, please forgive us. Surrendered. The moment they surrendered, Shiva forgives both of them and releases them from the curse. Shiva says, as an exemption, you will always be worshipped in my temple in the north side. In all Shiva temple, northern side, where the Tirtha, the holy water comes out, you will see Brahma's Murti standing there and continuously purifying himself by the Charanamrita, the holy water from Mahadeva's feet. In the same way, the flower was also blessed. Mahadeva says, you will not be used for worship, but as an exemption, one day on Shivaratri day you will be used for my worship. This is the very day Mahadeva expressed himself, appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahma and gave them enlightenment, the ultimate truth. This is the very day, every year, the same intense cosmic consciousness, intense Shiva energy falls on planet Earth, envelops the planet Earth, raises the whole collective consciousness of the planet Earth to a different frequency. You are all blessed to spend this beautiful time in the energy field, in the presence of an enlightened being. Do not waste your energy just running behind intellect or comfort. Intellect and comfort, both of them are utility in the life. It is needed for a certain level, but that is not life itself. Life is far beyond the currency and logic. Life is something to be intensely lived, loved, experienced beyond logic and currency. Vishnu represents the mamakara, identity you carry within you and believe as you. Brahma represents the ahankara, the identity which you project to the outer world. Neither ahankara nor mamakara can realize the truth, can give you the truth. Only the cosmic energy, your very being, which is beyond ahankara and mamakara, only that can show the truth to your very being. Shiva, who is cosmic consciousness, is embodiment of existential energy, takes you beyond ahankar and mamakar, because neither ahankara nor mamakara can reach, can understand, can realize Mahadeva. Take this moment, take this opportunity to go beyond ahankara and mamakara and unclutch yourself from these two and experience Mahadeva, Shiva. Intensely pray to that energy. Please understand, praying is trying to tune yourself to that energy. Don't think prayer is just empty words. Prayer is nothing but expressing the truth through intense sankalpa. If you express it just with your sankalpa, it's meditation. If you express it with your sankalpa and the divine help, it is prayer. Intensely create a deep prayerful mood, prayerful feeling, and recite Mahadeva's name, the Maha Mantra, Panjakshara, with your whole being, and pray to him. Let him reveal himself to you. Let him reveal the truth to you. Let him give you the ultimate experience, which is beyond intellect and money, which is beyond ahankar and mamakar. The truth which is revealed to Vishnu and Brahma, let it be revealed to you. Mahadeva appeared as the cosmic fire, cosmic consciousness. The same moment, exactly this very moment, to bless, to enlighten Vishnu.
Yes, yes. Swamiji beautifully guides us into a extremely powerful process. That same process we can do today, apply today in our lives, and we can have the darshan of the Lingodbhava, of Bhagavan Lingodbhava, the same darshan that Brahma and Vishnu had eons ago. Let us pray that we have the same experience, the same enlightenment, and the same realizations, the same liberation that Paramashiva had given them. Let us pray that he gives us that very same experience today. Vishnu represents the mamakara, the identity which you carry within you and you believe as you. Brahma represents ahankara, the identity which you project to the outer world. And beautifully Swamiji told, neither the ahankara nor mamakara can realize the truth or give you the truth. Paramashiva, who is the cosmic consciousness, is the embodiment of existential energy, takes you beyond ahankara and mamakara. Because neither ahankara nor mamakara can reach, understand, and realize Mahadeva, Paramashiva. There is a great gift in this story, and a great significance in this story. You cannot attain Nithyananda or eternal bliss with either intellect or money. Going upwards like Brahma is rajas, passion without value, and going downwards like Sri Vishnu is tamas, inertia or lethargy. You cannot attain enlightenment with those two attributes. And Vishnu represents wealth. It is redundant to go waste your energy running behind intellect or comfort. Whether intellect is greater or wealth is greater, neither can lead you to the ultimate truth or the ultimate bliss. Intellect and comfort, both of them are utility in the life. It is needed for a certain level, but that is not your life itself. Life is something to be intensely lived, loved, experienced, beyond logic and all currency. Here is the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference for Paramashiva's threefold promise. Arunachala Puranam is the sacred scripture which beautifully elaborates on the whole story of Brahma, Vishnu, and Paramashiva, when Paramashiva happened as a light, as the shaft of light. And Paramashiva lineage represents the tradition of gurus in Tiruvannamalai, which is also called Arunachala, starting from Paramashiva himself. The lineage of Paramashiva prevails to fulfill Paramashiva's promise to humanity to be an eternal guiding force through an unbroken lineage of gurus hailing from Tiruvannamalai to sustain the Enlightenment ecosystem. It is so beautiful, actually, in the Arunachala Puranam that Brahma is the one who is actually narrating the story to his son. And he, upon remembering Paramashiva and this incident that happened eons ago, as he was reciting it back to Sanaka Rishi, he says, very beautifully, he says that I'm having the Ananda Bhashpa, the tears of bliss, as I remember Paramashiva in his infinite effulgence of light in Tiruvannamalai. And in the Arunachala Purana, the epic history of Arunachala, reveals that at a point in time, Lord Paramashiva made a promise that he will always be available in Arunachala in three forms: the hill, which is the Jyotirlingam, and Arunachaleshwara Shivalingara, the deity in the temple, and in the form of the living incarnations in this holy town of Tiruvannamalai. This is Paramashiva's promise today, that he has fulfilled time and time again, and never has it been an unbroken promise. Paramashiva today has incarnated in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and continuously guiding each and every one of us, reviving the Tiruvannamalai itself as KAILASA today, in order for each and every one of us, the whole humanity, to enjoy the greatness of what it is, what Tiruvannamalai stands for. The Kshetra of Tiruvannamalai is the very place on earth which Paramashiva declared as his home thousands of years ago in three divine forms, and in the form of the human body. In the fourth form, which is not declared and yet seamlessly manifested, he lives as the Shiva Sarva Guha Saya, means as Shiva, the one who resides in the hearts of all. In every single devotee, in every single disciple, every single resident of Tiruvannamalai, Bhagavan had literally manifested as their most beloved deity and their most sacred, revered deity. For everyone in Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala is their God and their most precious partner, their cosmic soulmate that they continuously follow, they pray to constantly. Even no matter if they were even born Hindu, every resident in Tiruvannamalai sees Arunachala as their God. You can see here the three forms: sacred hill of Arunachala, the Linga in Annamalaya temple, and the living incarnation. And of course, living incarnation has predecessors that are amongst the most spiritually influential people in the 21st century, including Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, and Sheshadri Swamigal, so many who are influencing the spirituality and moving forward Hinduism, the sacred knowledge of Hinduism until today. And this is true, especially amongst the townspeople of Tiruvannamalai, for whom Arunachala is Antaryami, their most supreme Lord, making it possible for Paramashiva to appear again and again as one among them. Adhering to his most compassionate boon for humanity, Paramashiva himself comes down to planet Earth and guides Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma in creating the enlightened civilization of Tiruvannamalai. And since then, Tiruvannamalai has been serving not just as a beacon for human beings who seek the most supreme truth, but as a cosmic beacon of light, which allows for otherworldly beings to descend and ascend the 14 planes of existence, and ultimately unite with Paramashiva himself in the primordial form as Lingodbhava. Since the time of Paramashiva appeared in the form of the effulgent column of light, the place has been witness to all different yugas and their slow degradation of the original dharma set forth by Paramashiva. In the Kali Yuga, it is said that mortal beings become dull-witted, unlucky, voracious, destitute of wealth, wanton, and unchaste. Countries will be ravaged by robbers and miscreants, the Vedas will be condemned by heretics, kings will exploit the subjects, rulers will be men-eaters, and twice-borns like Brahmanas will be given to the gratification of their sexual desires and other appetites. And as Paramashiva promises to his beloved friend and disciple in the Bhagavad Gita, when he incarnated on planet Earth as Bhagavan Sri Krishna, that yadha yada hi dharmasya dhyanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijhamyaham. Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth. Being cognizant of the fear caused by the asuras who were rampaging the planet Earth, Paramashiva decided it was time to come down and protect those who loved him. It was thus Paramashiva, the one who is Nishkala, who is formless as Lingodbhava, descended as the 1008th incarnation on planet Earth and assumed the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And in the Arunachala Mahatmyam, chapter 1, verse 55, Arunachala is described as Tejastamba Stula Lingabham Shaivam, Tejas Surarchitam. The shaft of effulgence was manifested such that it was perceived as a linga, and this effulgence of Paramashiva is worshipped by all gods. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had manifested from literally formless into form, the ultimate cosmos manifested in the human form. Here is the verse which speaks about that manifestation of Shiva from the formless into form. It says, Itreyam nishkalam proktam param bhavamiti suratam shrishtitam lokarakshartam lokasyotpati karanam, which means in this way Shiva, who is Nishkala, without any body parts, who is the ultimate supreme being, who is established in creation, who is the cause of creation of the universe, assumes a body out of his free will for the protection of the universe and for the welfare of the spiritual seekers and devotees. Kartika Deepam is the day when Paramashiva stood as the infinite light shaft, and from Kartika Deepam to Shivaratri, Brahma and Vishnu was searching for 4 yugas. On the Shivaratri day, they came back and surrender and declare their inability, and it is on this day Paramashiva blesses and liberates Bhagavan Sri Vishnu and punishes and liberates Brahma. Kartika Deepam is a celebration in the memory of that big bang. As per the Vedic calendar of the day Kartika Deepam is the first day, the constellation is the oldest constellation they were able to push their intelligence. Beyond this day, they are not able to push. Their calculation method is failing. So in the way, the concept of time, the Big Bang, happened on the day of Kartika Deepam. The concept of time did not exist before the day Paramashiva manifested as Lingodbhava. That is why Kartika Deepam is the oldest festival. The consciousness, when it stood as a light beam and created time, matter, everything, we called it the Big Bang. That is why the Vedic rishis are also able to predict the constellation, the star setup, only until the day of Kartika Deepam. And the sun we know is junior to Lingodbhava, the Big Bang. After the sun, born 20 galactic years back, the earth cooled to support life. This happened 17 galactic years back. And that is when the Ananda Gandha, the core of the Big Bang, cooled and appeared as Arunachala on planet Earth. We are in now, and where this body manifested. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism suddenly describes his own happening on the planet, where Bhagavan Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, says, "It was neither dark nor light-filled, and an indeterminate color covered the planet Earth, a world where darkness covered darkness. I saw the cosmos. Suddenly a bright light appeared from a region which I now see as southern India. I did not know where it was. Borders are what we draw. There is a border in the cosmos. I entered into that light in the form of brilliant meteor, and the very next sight I perceived within my inner eye was Arunachala. And I knew at that moment I had assumed the body once more. I had entered the womb of my mother. The reflection on planet Earth happened. It was a conscious birth. As promised, when there was a big chaos and stagnance in the cosmos due to Brahma and Vishnu's delusion, Paramashiva descended planet Earth, causing a big bang as Lingodbhava manifesting the universe. To save humanity from the delusion of Kali Yuga, Paramashiva as Lingodbhava descended onto planet Earth as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to create a new Yuga, the Nitya Yuga, in the very same Tiruvannamalai. Now let us understand why Guru. Why do we need Guru in our lives? As he is manifested as Paramashiva, how can he benefit and teach us, guide us at this time? First, the Shastra Pramana from the Guru Gita. Ananyas chintayanto mam shulabam paramam padam tasmat sarva prayatnena guroraganam kuru. The supreme state is easily attained by those who think of nothing else but me. Therefore, strive to do the utmost to perpetuate the Guru. The Guru or Master is not a Vyakti, as you imagine. He is a Tattva or principle. He is simply a physical representation of the divine. In the Vedic tradition, the spiritual teacher, the Guru or the Master, is said to be more important than God. God is always and everywhere, but it is true who opens the disciple's eye to the existence of God. The Master is the doorway to one's own experience of the divine. And one more Shastra Pramana from the Guru Gita. Guru Murtim Smare Nityam Guru Nama Sada Jape Guru Ragnyam Prakurvita Guru Ranyanna Bhavaye, which means always remember the form the Guru's form, constantly repeat the divine name given by the Guru, always follow the Guru's commands and think of nothing other than the Guru. And once again, Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Sri Guru Pada Sevanat Dehi Brahma Bhavedyasmat Yatvikartam Tvat Kripartam Vadamite. Which means, out of compassion for you, I shall tell you how the embodied soul becomes Brahman, having been purified of all sins and just serving the feet of the Guru. Now, Swamiji makes it extremely easy for each and every one of us to understand and to imbibe this being of Paramashiva. Swamiji says, we just have to make ourselves available. Let's now watch that video where Swamiji is beautifully describing what we need to do in order to receive Paramashiva directly.
I am sitting with each one of you personally, individually, and making myself available. This being is now available to all of you, to each one of you. I am making myself available to each one of you. To each one of your being. Now the relationship is absolutely between you and me. It is absolutely you and me. Allow me to fill you. Allow my being inside you. When you start tasting my being, all your past fears, greeds, powerlessness, everything will just become irrelevant. You will be showered with the boons you aspired for and you can never even imagine. You will understand the highest, ultimate dimensions of the life and universe. If you have been begging for a few tons of gold, you are going to be granted hills of diamonds. Not just few tons of gold which you are aspiring, hills of diamonds. Beyond you can even ask or imagine. So understand, all your fears and greeds will become irrelevant. The first thing Paramashiva's being, me, going to do in you all, manifest my state, space, powers intensely. Make yourself available for every session. Nothing else is needed. Just make yourself available. Anyone makes yourself available. I'll make myself available to you. All the words I am uttering are mantra. I am not going to give you any teaching. I am not going to give you any technique. I am just directly uttering every word which is mantra to manifest in your being. I am manifesting Paramashiva, myself completely, so your brain can mirror these neuron activities. Understand?
Yes. Yes. Now let us move on. Now, we'll be moving on into the next segment of today's program, where we'll be seeing how you can manifest Lingodbhava, Paramashiva, in the form of the column of light instantly and immediately. We'll be moving on to the next segment of today's program after a quick break.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become KAILAShians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service
helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. KAILASA is responsible to provide that to all human beings. KAILASA is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed.
Nithyanandam, and welcome back, dear viewers, for our next segment on what are the various ways we can connect with Bhagavan Lingodbhava and offer our love, gratitude and devotion to Bhagavan Lingodbhava. What are the various sevas that we have? On this auspicious day of Pradosham, where we all worship Bhagavan Paramashivoham, at this very auspicious moment during the Sandhya Kala and receiving the blessings of Bhagavan Paramashivoham and Nandi, we pray to Bhagavan Lingodbhava, who manifested in the sacred space, the first very manifestation of Paramashiva in the cosmos, formless form, to bless us all and to bestow enlightenment upon all of us. Let us see what are the various ways we can connect with Bhagavan Lingodbhava. There is a beautiful reference in the Kamika Agama, the Purva Padala, which gives a very visual representation, the Dhyana Shloka of Paramashiva. I'll go ahead and read the meaning of it. You can go to the next. Just describing in Kamikagama Purvapada, verse 330 to 334, it says, 5 faces, 10 shoulders, effulgence of crystal, 3 eyes, tranquil composure, crest adorned with the crest moon, locks of matted hair bound with serpent, mounted on the lion throne, constituted of mantras, seated on a white lotus, adorned with various instruments such as earrings, karnika, hara, katisutra, bandhana, keyura, kataka, channavira, and others. The eternal age of 16 years, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming, face beautified with gentle smile, holding the trident, parashu, kadka, vajra, fire in his right hand, holding the abhyamudra, pasha, ghanta, Nagha and Ankusha in his left hands. All the weapons held in the hands are told in him. The Varada Mudra, the Abhay Mudra, Khandvanga, Shakti and Shula in the right hands, Damaru, Sarpa, Akshamala and Indivara flower in the left hands. Lord Sadashiva should be meditated as associated with these lineaments. So here, this is a very Dhyana Shloka of Bhagavan Paramashiva, and we can meditate on these. So what is the significance of the offerings? Offering anything to the lotus feet of Paramashiva is the giving of the divine gift of pure love, devotion and oneness, and it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what we offer, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear nor out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are made out of the space of a pure gratitude as a part of the grand Leela played out only for the purpose of our enlightenment. Now, we have various offerings with which we can connect with Bhagavan Lingodbhava. The first offering we have is the offering of the Sankalpa. So, the Sankalpa offering is just $1 offering. The very reference from the Rigveda, the Shiva Sankalpa Suktam says, the means by which man wants to do good, whose senses are stilled and whose wise and diligent becomes proficient in the yajnas and other karmas established by the Shastras, and also that which is the principle and the most revered of the means of knowledge. My mind, may you have good intentions. So, offering of the Sankalpa at the divine lotus feet of the divine is a sacred and a conscious act of aligning our strained mind into empowering our declarations with the auspicious will, power, and manifesting the energy of the divine to manifest our intentions into reality and for living an enlightened lifestyle. So, here is the purpose of offering the Sankalpa is to the conscious act of aligning our strained mind and empowering our declarations with a pure will and receiving the blessings of the divine. So the Sankalpa offering is only $1. You can go to kailasamaila.com/sevas to go ahead and make your offerings. Next, we have the Rudraksha Mala, the offering of Rudraksha to Bhagavan Paramashiva. It's a beautiful verse from the Lingashtakam which says, Deva Muni Pravararchita Lingam Kamadahama Karunakara Lingam Ravana Dalpa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam. Salutations to the eternal Lingam, which is worshipped by the gods and the best of sages, who burns the desires, who is compassionate, which destroyed the pride of them and Ravana. Salutations to the eternal Lingam. Offering of the Rudraksha Mala, as we all know, Rudraksha is the favorite of Bhagavan Paramashiva. So offering the Rudraksha Mala, which is just $75, $151 or $251, and receiving and enjoying Paramashiva, enjoying your offering. That is the very significance of the offering. It's not that he is expecting a Rudraksha Mala from us. It is a seed of a tree that's fallen down, but he enjoys our devotion. So with devotion, when you offer the Rudraksha Mala, Paramashiva is pleased by your devotion and your offering, and he accepts your offering and pleases us by wearing the Rudraksha Mala. The next offering we have for Bhagavan Lingodbhava is, if you say the Rudraksha Mala, I would just like to complete on that. Rudraksha Mala to Lingodbhava offer and be blessed with the eternal guidance to remove delusion and travel on the path. You can just go back to the previous slide once more. Just receiving the blessings and travel on the path of auspicious life forever. So eternal guidance to remove whatever delusion we are stuck in and to bless us with auspiciousness. So that is the significance of the Rudraksha Mala offering. The next offering that we have for Bhagavan Lingodbhava is the offering of the Swarna Ashtottara Kasu, the offering of one of the 108 names of Bhagavan Paramashiva. It comes in three different sizes, $75, $151 and $251. The reference in the Lingashtakam says, Kanaka Mahamani Bhushita Lingam Panipati Veshtita Shobhita Lingam Daksha Suyajna Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam. Salutations to the eternal Lingam, which is decorated with gold and other precious gems, which is adorned with the best of serpents wrapped around it, and which destroyed the grand sacrifice of Daksha. I salute to that eternal Shiva Lingam. The offering of the Swarna Ashtottara Kasu. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, offer the pure gold coin to Bhagavan Lingodbhava. So offering the gold coin with a unique name of Bhagavan Paramashiva inscribed in it and receive the blessings of those qualities radiating and manifesting through us. Offer one or any number of coins in various sizes with each one inscribed with the auspicious name of Bhagavan Paramashiva and manifest his various divine attributes and qualities. The next offering we have to Bhagavan Lingodbhava is the offering of the Swarna Mrityunjaya Mantra Kasu, which is a pure gold coin with a Mrityunjaya mantra, a very beautiful mantra that comes in the Rigveda and is also a part of the Namakam, Rudram chanting. Rudram chanting is the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra, which says, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyam Amritahat. Salutations to that fragrant Shiva of three eyes, the one who nourishes all living beings, and may he help us sever our bondage with samsara by making us realize that we are never separated from the immortal nature. So offering of the gold coin with the Mahamrityunjaya mantra inscribed in it to be protected with untimely deaths, accidents and untoward incidents. Receive blessings to have a protection of Paramashiva for yourself and your family. So receive the blessings of Paramashiva and receive protection for you and your family. The next offering we have is the offering of the very sacred offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the offering of gratitude at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Swamiji. The reference from the Lingashtakam says, the reference from the Guru Ashtakam which says, Kalatram dhanam putra pautradhi sarvam griham bandhava sarvametat dhijatam manaschena lagnam guroram dripatme tatatkim 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 tatatkim. Wife and sons, grandsons, and all such home and kindred. All these things may be there, yet if one's mind is not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then, what then, what then? We may have all the relationships in our life, but if your mind is not fixed on the lotus feet of the Guru, what is the use? What is the use? What is the use? So offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive the blessings for a strong and intense Guru-disciple relationship. And it's a very beautiful verse from Guru Ashtakam where the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, right? It's an offering of gratitude. When you remember the Guru, when you remember all the clicks that you have received, when you remember the transformation that your life has gone through, when you remember how much of pain and suffering has been avoided to you just because of the clicks that we got from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, how much our body, our health, our mental health, physical health, psychological health has improved, and how Swamiji empowers us with the space of powerfulness. If we think of all of this, our being just melts in gratitude in devotion at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Swamiji. And you can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. The next Pratyaksha Pada Puja is happening on the 28th of December on the Avatara Dinotsava day, the day when the superconsciousness landed in the human body as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam to bring a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. So you can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja by visiting the website www.kailasamela.com/sevas. The next offering we have is the Jata Alankara Seva. Jata Alankara Seva is an offering of pure love and devotion to the Guru who manifests to protect and guide the disciples' journey or path to enlightenment. So the Jata Alankara Seva is basically a offering of the Jata Alankara, which is the offering of the turban and the offering of the beautiful Alankara to the Jatas, to the matted locks of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The ritual is Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja ritual, and in the ritual you offer the Jata Alankara Seva. You can register for the Jata Alankara Seva by visiting the website www.kailasamela.com/sevas. The next offering we have is the offering of the Vastra Seva, the offering of cloth to the divine lotus feet of our beloved Swamiji. This Seva is traditionally offered for better physical and mental health and well-being and healing from any illnesses. You offer the cloth offering. A beautiful reference here which says the Guru should beautify the linga with 3-stranded sacred cloth, sacred thread, upper garment, waistband. He should adorn the linga with a golden cloth and a golden belt. So offering of the Vastra Seva to the very incarnation of Paramashiva, our beloved Swamiji. And the ritual that we'll be performing is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And in the Pada Puja ritual, we'll be doing the Vastra Alankara Seva. The next offering and And here we are going to share with you about the significance of the divine element gold. Gold is a divine element, as a beautiful reference in the Atharva Veda, and it purifies everything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightenment. The vibration of the gold has the power to infuse the sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in this vicinity. Gold is a permanent and the most auspicious gift for eternal transformation of not only the one who wears or the one who breathes the air around it, but more importantly, for the one who gives. Can go to the next. So in the Vedic tradition, we can move to the next slide. In the Vedic tradition, gold was an extremely significant an offering, and various offerings were made in gold. And gold is not considered to have any kind of a dosha, and it is considered the supreme element for offering gifts to anyone. And in the temples, if you see the doors, temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made out of gold and adorned in gold, and it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. That is why gold is considered a divine element. So now let us look at some of the offerings that we can make to Bhagavan Paramashiva and the Bilva leaves. So as we all know, Paramashiva loves Bilva leaves, and it's called the Sankarasya Sada Priyam, that is always loved by Bhagavan Paramashiva. So the Bilva Patra leaves are regarded as a favorite of Paramashiva, and the very reference from the Shiva Purana, it says, Tridanam Trigana Karam Trinetram Cha Triya Yadham Trijanna Papa Samharam Ekabilvam Shivarpanam Dantikoti Sahasresha Ashwameda Shatakratau Koti Kanya Mahadhanam Ekabilvam Shivarpanam. It is said that the offering of one bilva leaf is equivalent to donating 1,000 elephants, horses, or even the most auspicious Kanyadan. The offering of the bilva leaf is much more than that. Just one bilva leaf you offer. So you can offer the golden bilva leaf to Bhagavan Paramashiva, and it comes in 3 different sizes: $600, $1,200, and $1,800. The bilva tree is the most sacred to Bhagavan Paramashiva. The bilva patra, the bilva leaf, represents the trinetra, or the 3 eyes of Bhagavan Paramashiva. And Devi Parashakti lives on the root of the tree, Maheshwari on its shoulder, Dakshayani on the branches, Parvati among the leaves, Katyayani in the fruit, Gauri in the flowers, while in the thorns the numerous Shakti is found upon. So the very Bilva leaf is considered sacred. We have a beautiful Bilva leaf in the KAILASA Nithyananda Paramashivam in Bangalore. It's called Mahabilva. So it will have like 9 leaves, 3 leaves together will be there. It's called the Mahabilva. We have a beautiful Bilva tree in KAILASA near the Vaidyasarovar area. So next we have the offering of the golden lotus, the Swarna Padma Pushpa. And we have the very reference from the scriptures says, salutations to the eternal lingam. It says, Kunkuma Chandana Lepita Lingam Pankajahara Sushobhita Lingam Sanchita Papa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Salutations to the eternal Shivalingam, which is anointed with saffron and sandal paste, and is beautifully decorated with a garland of roses, that which destroys the accumulated sins. I salute to the eternal Shivalingam. The offering of the golden lotus to Bhagavan Lingodbhava. And offering the golden lotus in any size you wish, to be blessed to have the state, space, powers, and the very being of enlightenment and the very being of Lingodbhava, and experience Bhagavan Lingodbhava in your inner space amidst any or every adverse situation in your life. So offering of the golden lotus is to be blessed with that beautiful space, the conflict-free space, and to experience Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Next, we have the sacred Tulabharam offering. As we all know, Tulabharam is a very sacred offering. The Atharva Veda Parishtita describes the Tula Purusha and of Hiranya Garbha, offering of 1,000 cows as a Mahadana, the supreme offering. The Matsya Purana also says that the Tula Purusha as the Mahadana. In Hinduism, the traditional way of offering is known as Tulabharam, the offering of an item equivalent to the weight of the deity or a guru. Offerings can be flowers, bilva leaves, tulsi, dates, bananas, books, silver, and finally food. Giving for the sake of giving, to open us to receive Paramashiva. The Hindu giving is about offering with gratitude, the highest that we have, to receive the best possible Paramashiva himself. The highest offerings as per the Hindu tradition is gold. Gold has the highest ability to hold the energy, and offering it with the right context brings about the highest completion. So the gold tulabharam, and also silver. Silver purifies the being and blesses one with a completion with wealth and health and a blissful enlightenment lifestyle forever. Offering of the gold blesses one with extreme wealth, health, and enlightenment, and an eternal place in Paramashivoham and KAILASA for millions of years. So to offer the Tulabharam, next Tulabharam is on the 28th of December, which is the Jayanti, the Avatar Dinotsava, the day when we celebrate the descent of the Avatar on the planet Earth. The various items that you typically can offer is rice, honey, ghee, oil, and jaggery. These are some of the material Tulabharam items, and the offering of Tulabharam is $10,008. Next, we have the Swarna Spatika Mala, the offering of the Spatika Mala. The very reference says, the 5 faces, 10 shoulders, effulgence of crystal, 3 eyes, tranquil composure, crest adorned with a crescent moon, locks of matted hair bound with serpent, mounted on a lion throne, and adorned with the various ornaments such as the earrings, karnika, hara, kadisutra, bandhana, keyura, kataka, channavira, and others, and the eternal age of 16 years, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming, which is the very description of Bhagavan Paramashiva as per the Agamas. So here you can see the various offerings that we have to the Lingodbhava that we had shared with you earlier, and you can go to www.kailasamela.com/sevas to go ahead and make any of these offerings. And whenever you have the darshan, always have it's a lifestyle in Hinduism to always offer some dakshina, always offer something, contribute to keep the whole ecosystem alive, and to also connect with the divine in the space of deep devotion and gratitude. So we welcome each and every one of you to go to the website www.kailasamela.com/sevas. Here is the website that we are showing you. And if you scroll down, you will see the Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And in that, you have 3 ways. Step 1 is when you want to make an offering, but you do not have the complete offering money yet, or you have some other obstacle which stops you from being able to make the offering. Then you submit an intention form so that you receive the blessings of Swamiji, and Swamiji removes all the obstacles for you to be able to make the offering. The next offering we have is the offering of the next step we have is when you want to make a specific offering, let's say Pratyaksha Pada Puja, you click on that link, register for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So here when you click on the link, it says Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations. You go to the drop down, choose any of the offering that you want to make. Let's choose Pratyaksha Pada Puja. As soon as you choose an offering, in the bottom of that drop down box, the cost will appear immediately. So here if you see, the cost is $1,008. There is a small typo here. So the Pratyaksha Pada Puja is $1,008, and then you come down and you click on proceed to checkout. When you click on proceed to checkout, it comes to the next page where it will show you all the billing details. You enter your address, your name, your contact details, and your credit card number, and then you click on the bottom. I click on I have read and agree to the website terms and conditions, and on the bottom right you click on place order. And then once you have made and placed the order, the last step is for you to fill the Sankalpa form. So if you come down in the step 3, after you have made the payment, it is mandatory that you fill the Sankalpa form, because only those who fill the Sankalpa form, and in this form, if you see, there are a few disclaimers and your contact information. In the bottom, you choose the Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Yes, Lingodbhava, you can choose, come down and click next. And as you click next, in the next page, it will ask you for your order number, your payment, like a transaction screenshot. It will ask you for your passport, and then the names of the family members whom you want chanted during the puja. And it will also ask you for any blessing message that you want to send to Swamiji. So these are the various offerings that we can make to Bhagavan Lingodbhava. And so it's time for us to almost get ready for our darshan. So we will be moving on to preparing ourselves for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan after a very short break.
we get you health, we get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life, we get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become KAILAShians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. KAILASA is responsible to provide that to all human beings. KAILASA is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive, somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity.
Nithyananda. Welcome everyone today for this on this auspicious Pradosham day where we are going to be witnessing the Darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava.
And as this is very auspicious because we are all going to have the Pratyaksha Darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava exactly as per the Pradosha Kalam when the Maharati happens to Arunachaleshwara himself directly in the Tiruvannamalai temple. So in that very auspicious time, exactly when Bhagavan Lingodbhava, the Pratyaksha, Bhagavan Lingodbhava receives a Maharati in Tiruvannamalai temple, all of us get to witness the Pratyaksha Avatara, the Nija Avatara of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Now, as we are all preparing for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, let us all understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What exactly is Bhava Samadhi Darshan and the science behind Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, Darshan happens the moment where you are lifted out of space and time.
Yes, there's a beautiful verse from Malini Jyotirtantra which says, Tathana chakti patadva yadva padavalokana prasadat swaguru samyak prapyate paramam padam.
By the enlightening teachings of the Guru Kathana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of spiritual powers, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasada, the ultimate goal and space, the Paramam Padam, is attained. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a time where you're lifted out of space and time itself. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. You become in the space of oneness with the avatar and you become mentally at ease in coexisting with the divine. Actually, during Bhava Samadhi Darshan, these mirror neurons are the neurons which get activated, which absorb and imbibe and imitate all the activities that is happening in the avatar's brain exactly as it is in your brain. And Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through the meditation on the avatar.
So whenever you're sitting in that space to connect with the divine, and when you have the darshan, what is happening in the avatar at that time starts manifesting in your inner space. The neurons in your brain observes and mimics everything that's happening in the avatar just through the process of seeing. That is, our entire body sitting silently without any sort of a movement, but our brain neurons mirroring what's happening in the avatar. So the same effect starts manifesting inside us. How many of you that are watching us live right now, how many of you have had this experience? You just see the red curtains open and have the darshan of Swamiji, and all of a sudden you feel so blissful inside. Please do comment in the comment section. Understand that means that mirroring of neurons has already started happening inside. For everyone, this is like an automated process. It's not under our control, but directly Swamiji does the whole process to us. Yes, for the slides, please.
The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance. It's a phenomenon that modern science is just discovering and terms as quantum tunneling. Quantum tunneling is a process where your thoughts per second reduces significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughts, thoughtlessness, where we become mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality, where you, we, and the divine become one. unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. The science of quantum tunneling is very elaborately explained in science.
Actually, you can see, like for example, let's take an electron. An electron which is having a low kinetic energy, and if it needs to cross over an energy barrier, normal route as if it's just a particle as we consider, then it just has to go over it, but it's not possible for it because of the low energy. But if it's as a wave, in quantum physics, we consider this both as a wave as well as a particle, right? So if it's just as, if we see it as a wave, it can just propagate through it. So this is the science of quantum tunneling. And this is the exact science that happens to us during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. That is why the science does not get stopped by any distance. You might be in any corner of the world. You might be sitting in Fiji, or you might be sitting in US. You might be in any corner of the world, but you will start having this experience happening inside you. This is the science of quantum tunneling. Now let's learn more deeper about the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Now, the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan is such that where the pure, formless consciousness assumes the form, manifests through the being, the Divya Sharira, and embodies in a form. This is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. It's a beautiful instance when once when Shri Krishna saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected on a jeweled world. He was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this sweet, and in describing the sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become ready to enjoy its sweetness just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Shri Radhika." Understand? The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan is where consciousness, formless, expresses through the being, the Divya Sharira, and manifests in a physical embodied form as Nijavatara. Today, all of us are going to be experiencing Paramashiva in the Nijavatara of Lingodbhava through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. See, you might see in temples also deities are there. They manifest till the being, the formless, expresses as the being through the being of that deity. But human beings are not mature enough to receive higher level experiences directly from the deities, the Archavatar. Therefore, to bridge this gap out of utmost compassion, the Nijavatara, the physical embodied form, manifests. Paramashiva. See, various different components, auspicious components, and powerfulness of those various beings, dimensions of Paramashiva, manifesting for us to experience the same is Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
Actually, we can see that science here in so many, for example, we can take the deity of Bhagavan Muruga, and we can take the, for another example is Swamiji, where Bhagavan Paramashiva, the consciousness, expresses through the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as Nija Avatara, the physical embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So this is just an example of how the consciousness, the formless, expresses through the being, the light body, the Divya Sharira, and manifests as Nija Avatara, means the physical embodied form as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now this is the exact science which happens. This is what is the exact science behind Bhava Samadhi Darshan, where the Nija Avatara, out of his utmost compassion, bridges the gap between us and connecting to the Archa Avatara by the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to experience the vast spans of consciousness in a way that we can understand. That's why the moment you have the darshan of the avatar, you experience the infinite bliss just manifesting with your system for no reason. Your very bio memory gets ready to experience and manifest Paramashiva, the ultimate through you. Literally, you get raised to that frequency of the divine. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, your whole being experiences that consciousness, experiences that divine experiences all powerful and auspicious components manifesting in those deities inside. We request the further slides to be projected, please.
When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nija Avatar manifesting various dimensions of Paramashiva, all the auspicious components and powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us.
Now, what is the best space to receive this Bhava Samadhi Darshan from? It is the space of gratitude. Understand? When you are in that space of gratitude, all your needs, wants, sakti sankalpas, everything drop, and you become ready to reflect the pure consciousness of Paramashiva. And that is the best for you and for everyone around you, that you can manifest the best inside.
Now, what is the right context to receive the darshan? Just sit, connecting to Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Just go down to him, saying, Paramashiva, I know you are the source of everything. You are everything and you are in the embodied form as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. And you are in this body also. You are the source for both. Therefore, let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me and let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of you. Now, in that same space, let us all get ready to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. And before that, we'll be entering into a very special Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. And we request all of you to take a few minutes to set up your Panchopachara Puja kit, which is your, you'll be having 5 items to worship, to offer to Paramashiva before you receive the darshan, which is sandalwood paste or powder, flowers and incense sticks, lamp, and offering of sacred food, Naivedyam. So you can bring anything that you have, whatever you have, you can arrange it and keep it ready so that you can receive Paramashiva when he comes down with these offerings. And now, let us all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. The Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra is a very sacred, special chant which is blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to transmit energy and experience and powers in the form of sacred mantras, also called as Mantra Diksha. Just like how the avatar transmits Shaktis, his energy by a look, the Nayana Diksha, or touch, the Sparsha Diksha, similarly, the avatar births himself as mantras, sacred chants, which encompasses all of his Shaktis, energies, and transmits those Shaktis to the devotees. Anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep respect awareness, that person is bestowed with health and well-being, wealth, abundance, and prosperity, love, and fulfilling relationships, enormous growth, and success in business, job, and finances. A complete and fulfilled life manifests without any types of doshas, sins, evil eyes, obstacles, leading to a long, healthy, and blissful life.
With the grace and blessings of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, KAILASA's Department of Human Services and KAILASA's Department of Religion and Worship is offering this Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra prayer service on behalf of each and every one of you that are gathered here today. Today we are going to be praying to Bhagavan Lingodbhava, manifesting through Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, for all of you. We are going to be praying for all the lives that were lost due to the natural calamities, including flood, earthquakes, and
volcanoes
tornadoes.
erupting.
And we are also going to be praying for all the lives that were lost due to the COVID-19. We are also praying for you to be healed out of all your health issues, for you to be healed out of all the psychological issues, anxiety attacks, panic attacks. We are praying so that you have this emotional stability and powerfulness to manifest through you. We are praying so that any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic does not affect you.
We are praying for your protection from all natural calamities, for your protection from lost wages and income, for you to be previous slide, please. For you to have solution to all of your problems, for you to have breakthrough in creativity, increase inspiration, for you to move out of your debts, for you to experience increased energy and vitality, for you to experience healing from any kind of insecurities that you are suffering from, any obsessive compulsive disorders that you are suffering from, for you to have protection from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic, for the leadership consciousness to be awakened in you, for the healing from any genetic or inherited disorder, for you to experience completion in your muscle memory and biomemory, for you to experience the deep fulfillment and completion, and for you to experience abundance, wealth, and prosperity in your life, for you to awaken that intense space of Paramashivoham in you, for the grace and blessings of Bhagavan Lingodbhava manifesting through the Nija Avatara to always be with you. Let us now enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyabilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatītam Trigunaranidam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I surrender.
I surrender to that Sadguru, who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure, and unshakable, and who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, and who is without the three qualities called as Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. We will now be entering into the conscious resolution. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality.
Om Namo Pata Samasta Drita Kshetra Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham.
I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya.
Who is the God of all gods? Who is the greatest of gods? The Lord of the universes and multiverses. Who is the Lord of the cosmos?
Jagasya Sthiti Samhara Tirobhavanugrahya Panchakritya Parayanasya.
The one who does the 5 cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation.
Dhantarhitasya Prameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocarasya Avarokaramakaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Rishabharudhasya.
The one who is the beginning, middle, and end. The one who is immeasurable.
Akarokaramakaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Rishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamikadivakunanta Mahadantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya Sakalavigamagamaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaivaswarupasya Nithyananda Padastasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Shuddha Sachidananda Vigrahasya Ruparupakitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Khandadishreshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivoham Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्रीश्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शताब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ.
During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, in the subcontinent called Bharata Kanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shakayara, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, the phase of the moon, on this auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment.
आदिकैलासे कल्पवृक्षस्य अधः नित्यानन्दनगरे स्मृतस्मृतानां मुक्तिदायके महाक्षेत्रे. Now we request all the participants, so you are offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else. If you are offering this for a male, kindly chant the male names now. Namadheyasya. We now request all the participants, whether you are offering for yourself or for someone else. If you are offering for a female, kindly chant the names of all the females now. Namyaha cha yajamanaanamavayoho sahakutumbanam bhandhuvarganam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham.
For all those who are participants, who send me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers, and everyone.
सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वमंगलवाप्त्यर्थं उत्तरोत्तरणवच्छिन्न स्थिरलक्ष्मी प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth.
सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्त्यर्थं.
Let the family always have all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
शामाधिव्याधिर्वृत्यर्थं समेषां शिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अङ्गेषु जनितजनिष्यमान सकलविध नानाविधरोगाणां व्यपोहार्थं तद्वारा रोगनिर्णयार्थं.
Let all the chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome, and graceful body be obtained.
समेषां परैकत्रिभिश्च कृतकरिष्यमान सकलविध मन्त्र तन्त्र यन्त्र विशूर्णाभिचार स्तम्भन मारण उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मान्त्रिक प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षण प्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा समेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous spells, employing spells for malevolent purposes, like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc. Let all the doshas and ill effects related to death, like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death, be removed.
समेषां अंतर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूरदृष्टि व्यापारदृष्टि अनुकूलदृष्टि प्रतिकूलदृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्टदोषनिवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of the evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty, filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are our well-wishers, and the effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed.
सर्वेषाम् अन्तःशत्रु बहिःशत्रु क्रूरशत्रु व्यापारशत्रु अनुकूलशत्रु प्रतिकूलशत्रु इत्यादि सकलविधशत्रुबाधा निवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of the inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies and business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed.
सर्वेषाम् मातृशापादि सकलविधशापानां व्यपोहनार्थम्.
Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed.
अविद्यावासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसारचक्रे विचित्राभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु पुनः पुनः अनेकधा जनित्वा.
From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange.
पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य अपरिमितया कृपया इदानीन्तन मनुष्य जन्म प्राप्तवताम्.
Yet due to some good action, with the extreme and the immeasurable grace and compassion of Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body.
सर्वेषामिह जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिवनिन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरुनिन्दा दोषव्यपोहार्थं शिवापराध देव्यपराध गुरुपराध दोषव्यपोहार्थम्. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, any of the births we remove, any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. ब्रह्म हत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुकल्पगमन तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमहापातकादि समस्त पापविधिविक्तार्थम्. Let the five
sins like killing a Brahman, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other above mentioned sins be removed.
अपि च सर्वै बाल्ये वयसि कौमारे यौवने वार्धक्ये च.
Let all the karmic effects of the action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person.
स्वप्न सुषुप्ति अवस्थासु.
Let all the karmic effects of the action done in the wakeful dream or deep sleep state.
ज्ञानेन्द्रिय व्यापारैः सम्भावितानां.
Let all the sins done through the karmendriyas, that is the five organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excretion, reproductive organs, and the jnanendriyas, the five organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin.
कृतानां प्रकाशकृतानां अतिपातकानां मुखपातकानां संकलीकरणानां मलिनीकरणानां अपात्रीकरणानां जातिभ्रंशकानां प्रकीर्णितानां एवं नवानां नवविधानां बहूनां बहुविधानां सर्वेषां पापानां सद्यः.
Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, the minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sin, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, and more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly.
द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थं शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवत्व परमशिव स्थिति परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness, and let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva be obtained.
ते सर्वया सन्मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थं अन्योन्य प्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं पूर्णत्व सिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वापनिवृद्ध्यर्थं.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Let the healthy body be obtained immediately and instantly. Let longevity be bestowed.
उद्योगे च सर्वजन वशीकरणार्थं तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नत स्थान प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Let your charisma impress everyone and the business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position.
सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धनधान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of household, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life.
इत्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोषपीडा निवारणार्थम् आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां आनुकूल्यता सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let the auspiciousness be showered by the grace of all the 9 planets.
अंतरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कुष्मांड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम.
Let all the effects that cause calamities on the planet, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, Kushmanda, Dakini, Shakini be removed.
मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थम.
Let the mental confusion and worry be removed.
कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थम.
Let all the obstacles be removed with regards to action done or going to be done related to God, world and spirituality.
निवारणार्थम धनलक्ष्मी धान्यलक्ष्मी संतानलक्ष्मी सौभाग्यलक्ष्मी विद्यालक्ष्मी शौर्यलक्ष्मी वीरलक्ष्मी विजयलक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, wealth, Dhanya-lakshmi, grain, food and grain, Santana-lakshmi, offerings, Saubhagya-lakshmi, fortune, Vidya-lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya-lakshmi, bravery, Veera-lakshmi, heroism, Vijaya-lakshmi, success be showered.
उन्नत स्थाने विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम सर्व विद्या पारंगता सिद्ध्यर्थम मेधा शक्ति ग्रहण शक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम.
Let the top rank be obtained in the examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge. Let memory power, understanding ability be increased.
यादि सकलविध सन्मंगलानि गुरुकृपाकटाक्षेण प्राप्त्यर्थम.
By the grace of Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासो द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़.
The one who has ascended the Madurai Adinam Shamala Peetam, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa.
Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashivaputra Ratnamara.
The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva.
Guru Manya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labdha Divya Jnana Vishwata Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravatre.
The young boy who is the gem among gurus and the unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas.
Srimad Paramashivoham Samadhi Mukta Vedrishya Nagiyamana Chakra Chamara Shri Chinna Kahalad Samasta Birajavalyantrika Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti.
The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by the musical instruments Ambarla Chamram, the sacred symbols of worship, adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the signs of enlightenment and been accepted by all kings as the supreme ruler.
Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Vyapavarga Varsha Vishwana Jimukta Paramata Kalbha Kesari.
The showerer of Videha Mukti and the immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates bliss protecting leader, roaring lion, trumpeting young elephant for other religions.
Sthapanacharya Shri Raja Pandya Maharaja Guru Shapana Shatyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narhara Dharo Chedana Purvaka Shri Madhushabhadvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Tatya.
The Acharya who established Saiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru of the Pandya, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Rishabha flag, the creator and the reviver of Shaivism.
Sarvajna Pitharudha Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vaghi Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami Namavatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaradhuta Shamala Pita Sarvajna Pita Navadyaka Dishidava Guru Mahasannidhana.
The one who is the ruler of the Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundara and Manika Vachakar Swami, the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, Shamala Pita Mahasamsthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who ascended the seat of omniscience, the 200. The one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara. The one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita as the 233rd pontiff in the lineage of Kailasa.
कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे.
The creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festive and having the attracting energy of enriching.
साक्षात श्री परमेश्वर समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनिक्षाकरेश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्री रामचंद्र षोडश नित्य जन्मच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धार्षित चूड़ामणि साक्षात श्री परमेश्वर समुद्भूत भव्य महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ श्री महामंडलेश्वर the thousand Shri Mahamandaleshwar Mahanirvani Pita established by Bhagavan Paramashivoham himself and Lord Visesh Kapila Sakshat Shri Parameshwar Simhasana Abhishekta Samasarana Pitaadishwara Guru Parampara Prapta Athala Pita Ashtotara Sarveshwara Shri Athala Pitaadishwara.
The 1008 Sri Atalapita Deshwara of Atalapita, which has an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas and who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself.
The
23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Pita. The Jagat Guru of Adipita Sarvanya Pita in the lineage of Kailasa.
पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री भगव श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर श्री ज्ञान संपदेश परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यम.
The one who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and parivrajakas, embodiment of the pure truth consciousness and bliss, embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one who is established in the super consciousness.
भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरु कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणामभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ कामोक्ष पर पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम मम समस्तोपशान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगलवाप्त्यर्थम भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम च श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमेश्वर अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजा प्रार्थना करिष्ये. ओम आनंदगंधनिलयाय नमः. ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः. ओम कल्पतरवे नमः. ओम पशुपतये नमः. ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः. ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः. ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः. ओम आधेव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः. ओम समस्त कल्याण गुणान्विताय नमः. ओम विडलिपुरीशाय नमः. ओम श्री कैलासपतये नमः. ओम शिवशक्तेक स्वरूपाय नमः. ओम ह्रीं नित्यानंदाय नमः. ओम हां ओम शिवाय नमः. ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः. श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः. ओम नित्यानंदम.
As all of our inner space resounds with this sacred chant of Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, in this same space, let us all get ready to receive the darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. We will be entering into the meditation process now. We are going to be having this auspicious Lingodbhava Bhava Samadhi darshan in the exact same time as Arunachaleshwara, the exact place where the Linga Udbhava happened, where Paramashiva took the form as a column of light in the exact same spot where Paramashiva came down in his 1008th incarnation as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in that very place in Arunachaleshwara temple. The exact timings as the Maharati happens, we will be receiving the darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Please sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, having your eyes closed. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Now, in the sitting space, start chanting the Mahavakya to prepare your inner space to receive darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Now, slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes. Let us all now enter into the Panchopachara Puja as we all get ready to receive the darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava. The first is the offering of Gandha, the offering of sandalwood paste. Now please take the sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it to Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra. Gandhadvarandhuran dharsham nityapushtam karishini Ishwari gun sarvabhutanam tamihopakvaye shriyam Gandhan dharayami. The next is the offering of pushpam, the offering of fragrant flowers. Now, please take some flowers near the sandalwood paste in your hands and offer the flowers to Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra. Pushpam Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Prajavan Pashuman Bhavati Chandramavamapam Pushpam Pushpavan Prajavan Pashuman Bhavati Ya Evam Veda Yopam Agyatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati Pushpai Pujayami. The next is the offering of dhupa, the offering of incense sticks. Now, please take the lit incense sticks in your hands. Slowly wave it towards Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra and please ring the bell as you do so. Dhupaha Om धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयो ओस्मान् धूर्वतितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि सस्तितमं पप्रितमं जुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममृतमसे अवेदानगुं हस्वमाह्वा आमित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे माधर्मा संवित्ता मात्वारिगं सिशं धूपमाग्रापयामि. The next is the offering of Deepa, the offering of lit lamp. Now, please take the lit lamp in your hands and slowly wave it towards Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra. And please continue ringing the bell as you do so. Deepaha Om Uddipya Svajatavedopagme Niritim Mama Pashodasya Mahyamamavajivanam Chadisho Disha Mano Higum Sijatavedo Gamashvam Purusham Jagate Abhibradagnagadhi Shriyamam Paripataya Deepam Darshayami. The next is the offering of Naivedyam, the offering of sacred food. Now, please take a udharani of water, hover it clockwise over the Naivedyam, the sacred food, and offer it to Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra. And please continue to ring the bell as you do so. नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीन सन्तोषधीः मधुनकमुतोषसी मधुवक्पाति बहुं रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमानो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि. The next is the offering of Arati, the offering of lit camphor. Now, please take the Arati, the lit Arati in your hands and slowly wave it towards Bhagavan Lingodbhava along with the mantra. And please continue ringing the bell as you do so. Aratrikam Om Rajadirajaye Prasagya Sahine Namo Vayam Vaishwavanaya Kurvahe Same Kaman Kama Kamaya Makyam Kameshwaro Vaishwavano Dadato Kuberaya Vaishwavanaya Maharajaya Namaha Karpura Gauram करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरनीराजनं दर्शयामि. Now, in this same space, let us all get ready to receive the darshan, the Bhava Samadhi darshan of Bhagavan Lingodbhava.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
No, please keep the arti down and let us get ready to see the
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
No, please keep the arti down and let us get ready to see the Darshan. Om Rajadhirajaya Prasad.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
அண்ணாமலையம் அண்ணா போற்றி, கண்ணாரமுதக் கடலே போற்றி. திரிபுரம் எரித்த விரிசடை கடவுள் தேரில் ஏறி வருகின்றான். திருவண்ணாமலை சோதிவானவன் திருவடி பதித்து வருகின்றான். அருளுரு ஆயிரம் காட்டிய நாதன் அம்மையப்பனாய் வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். குருவாய் திருப்பெருந்துறையில் அருளிய கோலம் காட்டி வருகின்றான். திருவாய் மலர்ந்து வேதம் உரைத்த திருவாசகத்தான் வருகின்றான். மதுரை மாநகர் குதிரை சேவகன் மறுபடி ஒரு முறை வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். பிட்டுக்காசை பட்ட கூலியான் பாதம் பதித்திட வருகின்றான். பாட்டுக்காசை பட்ட தம்பிரான் பார்வதியுடனே வருகின்றான். பக்திக்காசை பட்ட எம்பிரான் பசுபதீஸ்வரன் வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். பன்றிக்கன்று தாய்முலை தந்த பரமதயாளன் வருகின்றான். பன்றிக்கரியை உண்டு மகிழ்ந்த குடுமித்தேவன் வருகின்றான். பரிந்து வந்து பிரசவம் பார்க்க தாயுமானவன் வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். நீதிக்காக பலமுறை வந்த வீதி விடங்கன் வருகின்றான். அமர் நீதிக்காக அடியார் கோலம் பூண்டவன் மீண்டும் வருகின்றான். திருவிளையாடல் பல புரிந்தவன் திருவீதி வலம் வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். தக்கன் வேள்வி தகர்த்த வீர பத்திரநாதன் வருகின்றான். சொக்கன் மதுரை சோமசுந்தரன் அற்புதமாக வருகின்றான். திருமாலறியா மலர்ச்சேவடியான் திருமானேந்தி வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். ஆலமுண்ட திருநீலகண்டன் உமைபாகனாக வருகின்றான். ஆலார சுந்தரன் பாடியவாறே காலகாலனாய் வருகின்றான். கருவேர் அறுத்து கருணை பொழியும் கைலையம்பிரான் வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அடியார் உள்ளத்து அன்புக்காக அம்பலவானன் வருகின்றான். ஆடிய பாதன் ஆனந்த கூத்தனாடியாடி வருகின்றான். மழபாடி திருமாணிக்கத்தான் மண்ணில் நடந்து வருகின்றான். கைலை மேவிய உமையொரு பாகன் அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். அண்ணாமலையான் வருகின்றான், அருளை வாரி தருகின்றான். ஹர ஹர சிவ சிவ ஹர ஹர சிவ சிவ நாமம் பாடி ஆடிடுவோம். அவன் அருளாலே அவன் தாழ் வணங்கி அவனடி நிழலை அடைந்திடுவோம். ஹர ஹர சிவ சிவ 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 ஹர ஹர Shiva Hara Hara Shiva 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 Shiva.
Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. वन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं मणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसूयज्ञविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् चन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहारसुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् देवगणार्चितसेवितलिङ्गं भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् परिवेष्टितलिङ्गं सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदारिद्र्यविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय सुरगुरुसुरवरपूजितलिङ्गं सुरवनपुष्पसलार्चितलिङ्गं परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवलिङ्गम् सदा शिवाय शिव ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शिव ॐ नमः शिवाय
सदाशिव ब्रह्मं காட்டும் சதாசிவன் ரூபம் சராசரம் எல்லாம் உன் சரீர சம்பந்தம் சதாசிவ பிரம்மம் காட்டும் சதாசிவன் ரூபம் சராசரம் எல்லாம் உன் சரீர சம்பந்தம் சிவோகம் சிவம் என்றே நடமாடும் தெய்வீகம் கருணாகராகுந்தன் சரணாரம் என் சொந்தம் ஓ
உன்னை நினைத்தாலே முக்தி வந்திடும் அண்ணாமலையானே, நான் தினந்தோறும் எண்ணும் வரம் வேண்டும் பொன்னார் மேனியனே. உன்னை நினைத்தாலே முக்தி வந்திடும் அண்ணாமலையானே, நான் தினந்தோறும் எண்ணும் வரம் வேண்டும் பொன்னார் மேனியனே. சித்தர் பூமியின் ஜீவனாகிய சிவகுரு நாயகனே, சித்தர் பூமியின் ஜீவனாகிய சிவகுரு நாயகனே, சிவபுராணமே போற்றிடும் ஹரனே, சிந்தையின் ஒளியே அண்ணாமலையே, சிவம் 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 தினம் 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 சிவம் 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 தினம் 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 உன்னை நினைத்தாலே முக்தி வந்திடும் அண்ணாமலையானே, நான் தினந்தோறும்
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.